So today we're going to take MLB Network's tweet from a few days ago. I know they put it on their show as well, but it's create your dream rotation using $15. I know Draft Deck Mark came out with a video on it a few days ago by the time this video comes out, but I figured let's use it for a rebuild. Let's see what we can do. So of course, if you enjoyed today's video, I hope you do. Hit that like button down below. If you're new to the channel and you want to see future content, hit that subscribe button. And of course, in the comment section down below, tell me who you would choose using the $15 to create your dream rotation. I want to know your choices down below. All right, so for this, I kind of have to take like two different approaches. Like I'm going to tell you who I would use in real life, and then I'm going to tell you who I want to use for MLB The Show. So let me tell you who I would use for real life first. So you guys could see it on screen. I don't know where, if it's below me, to the side of me, wherever it is on screen. I got to obviously edit it in so you guys can see it. But for real life, I'm looking at this chart and I'm going, okay, how could I get the best situation here? And I'm kind of basing it just off this season. I could try to look at previous years and things like that, but if I'm going off of mainly this year, I'm looking at it, I'm going, I want Scherzer for sure, right? I just want that guy I trust in giving the ball every game, right? He's that guy at the top of the rotation. I go, hey, give me a good outing. I know you're Mad Max, right? So I'm gonna go Scherzer. That's $5 right there. So this is where it gets a little tricky, right? So I think I'm gonna skip row number 4. I do like some of those pitchers in that $4 row, but I feel like if I pick a couple different areas, I can get a little bit stronger of a rotation. So I'm going to go Ohtani, Alcantara. I just like those two pitchers a lot. And then to finish it off, this is where I had a little bit of trouble in my 4 and 5 spot, right? Part of me wants to go Peralta, Stroman. I think as a 4-5, that's really, really strong to help out a rotation. And the other part of me wants to go Julio Urias, and also Trevor Rogers. I'm really torn. So like I have my first 3 chosen: Scherzer, Alcantara, Ohtani. Like nothing against any of these other pitchers. I just think if I want to win this season and I want those 3 in my rotation, I know I'm going to get a good outing from those 3, right? Scherzer, Ohtani, Alcantara. But who are the other ones that I'm going to go with? I'm going to go with, final answer, I'm going to go Peralta, Stroman. Yeah, that's my 5. Scherzer, Ohtani, Alcantara, Peralta, Stroman. I looked at this for a long time. Like this took way too long to think about just for real life. But now let's get to MLB The Show. All right, so let's break it down. We're going to be on the Pirates because they are currently ranked the 30th team in the game. And I felt like, okay, let's rock with them. Let's throw the starters on the squad and then let's build around them, right? So here are my choices. Let me show you what we're rocking with. We've got Walker Buehler in the $5 category. We got Zach Wheeler in the 4. Zach Wheeler's having a fantastic season. I almost skipped the $4 category once again, but I felt like, all right, let's go for that. We have Trevor Rogers Alcantara in the $3 category, Trevor Rogers in the $2 category. And I mean, John Means is John Means. You can't go wrong with John Means and MLB The Show franchise. So for $1, yeah, please. So this is my $15 rotation. We've got the wonderful team called the Pirates. We're going to try to figure out what we're going to do here, and we're going to try to rebuild around this rotation. I'm not going to really try to go out and get crazy offensive talent. Obviously, I do want to get players that kind of complement the squad, but I don't really want to go out there and make this a video about rebuilding a really good offense. I really want it to be the pitching, be the standout, and then we kind of just build from there. So like Keith Bryant can stay, maybe Jacob Stallings, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm probably going to build around like Hayes and Reynolds, and then the other guys mostly being the pitching, the main focus of the squad. Okay, so what I was thinking for the first season, let's just sim through it. Let's see what happens. How good can this pitching rotation carry the Pirates squad? The Pirates were originally 30, so for them to jump from 30 to 21st just because their pitching has improved because of their starting rotation is pretty good. So like I was saying, let's just get through this first season. Let's see how much the pitching would help us, and then we'll rebuild it in season 2, see what we can do around the squad, and see if that pitching really makes a big difference. Normally wouldn't care about the draft in this one, but I got a really good pick. Greg Ellis. Good arm, decent speed, good hitting stats. Yes, please. Next up, we got Estevan Montoya. Only 78 potential, but still pretty decent. Next up, Steve Guerrero. Pretty good as well. I like what I'm seeing. Then 88 potential for D'Angelo Geringer. whatever. And then what am I supposed to do with this? What? There's one vowel in here, and then if you want to count Y, I guess there's 3 in total. But has anybody even had this name in the majors? What is this? I mean, 72, 85 potential, though, is pretty good. And then 79 potential for Andreas Torres. Like, Lenny, we're going to have to shorten the name. We're going to have to shorten it. So, but overall, pretty good draft. With the season being over, 79 and 83, I would say that's a pretty big improvement from what the Pirates normally do. 12 out in the division. You can see the Reds and the Brewers kind of ran away with it. 15 out in the wild card. But the fact that it's 79 and 83, that's pretty good. A 3.32 ERA as well. Offensively, I knew it was going to be a bit of an issue as Walker Buehler kills it. But, yeah, like, I'm pretty happy with that. Like, obviously, it wasn't great. We could have gotten Woodruff as part of the choices, but you can see Trevor Rogers is in the mix. And you know what? I don't hate that. I'm actually pretty happy with what we were able to do this season. Like, especially with the pitching just being like the main focus. I mean, look at this. 249 with a 1 whip, essentially. 223 with a 0.9 whip. Trevor Rogers, John Mean. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna turn this team around. We're gonna win a World Series with it this next season, as the Braves defeat the White Sox in the 2021 World Series. I mean, offensively, I'm assuming just everybody was garbage. I mean, even Brian Reynolds was kind of disappointing. Let's see, Colin Moran, Ben Gamble, Key Bryan, give me some hope. A little bit better. But you can see, like, some players got sent down. Things aren't going well. We got to rely on that pitching. So let's get into this offseason. Let's turn it around immediately. And let's see what happens. Let's see what we can do. We should have plenty of money to spend, too. I don't want any of those guys back. So, boom. How much money do we have? 108. That is more than enough needed. That is so much needed. Let's see here. What do we need? Honestly, I might give... this guy? I might give him a starting spot in left field. I mean, we have these guys too, but their hitting stats aren't that great. I'm covering them. Like, you can see it in the 60s. But 74, 79 with 63 vision and 45 discipline. I'm still throwing him in left. Yeah, I'm throwing him in left. Yeah, 100%. So, we've got our left fielder sorted. We've got our center fielder sorted in Brian Reynolds. And our third baseman. Everything else is kind of just like we can get whatever we want. And we have the money to do it. So, I'm thinking starting pitching's good. Let's go out and get, like... Are you going to fall off on me? That's what I'm so worried about. Or it's just players just being 10 mil. What? Are you serious? 10 mil? Okay. I'm going to focus on offense then. I'm not getting any bullpen guys. All right. So Chris Taylor absolutely mashed last video. Starling Marte. Oh, what a season. 50 doubles, almost 50 stolen bases. Woo. I do want Chris Taylor, though. I think it's going to be kind of a cheap deal. And I feel like paying, like, what, 22 mil? Super good. I'll bump it up to 24 just because I want to make sure he gets into the team. I think that helps us out. Pretty versatile. He can play wherever. Left field. Let's see. Do I bring back Kutch for a season? I feel like that's not a bad idea. Maybe. I'll think about it. He's kind of on my maybe list. Chris Bryant wouldn't be bad, but we have Key Bryan. And then Chris in left. We could do that. Shortstop. Do I go Correa or do I go Seager? I want one of them. What's going to be cheaper? 22 mil? 25. All right, let's go Seager. Could also use like another lefty bat too. So there's that. Perfect. We've got 2 players. Not that much has been spent. And I feel like we can get a lot more too. So what else? Bring in Javi too. Let's just go crazy with it. Jonathan Scope was pretty bad. Cesar Hernandez was actually not too bad. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued by that one. CJ Crone. He always does well for at least 2 seasons. I'm in. I'll give you 30 mil. I know we have Colin Moran, but like I'm not sold on it. We'll do this. We'll give it a player option. We'll backload that. And catcher, we have Stallings. I could probably flip him if I need it. And I got to figure out relief pitching. That's the big one. But Seager, Chris Taylor, and CJ Crone, the C's. All right, so it's kind of fitting, right? We're the Pirates. We're exploring the seas in free agency. I mean, it's just meant to be, right? Like, it's perfect. It's perfect. All right, let's do it. All right, so looking at this team, you guys can kind of see now we've done a little bit of damage. We've got Stallings at catcher. He was okay last year, not great. First base is going to be CJ Cron. I'm not too sure why he's not first, but for some reason Kyler Moran's at first. Second base is a little bit of a question mark. We don't really have anybody. We've got Corey Seager at short. I'm happy about that. Keep Brian Hayes there. Solid. Left field, I'm going to go with Greg Ellis, and then we'll kind of platoon these other guys. Center field, Brian Reynolds, and then right field, Chris Taylor, right? Solid. Really strong. Bullpen's a little bit of a question mark too. You guys can see we've made a couple additions, but at the same time, it's still not amazing. So when you look at our roster history, this is what happened. We got him in the Rule 5 draft. Looks decent. Could do well for us. McCutchen signed a 1-year contract, $6 million. Really just going to be coming in versus lefties. That's my only thing with him. Dominguez has come in on a 2-year deal. Picked him up in the Rule 5 draft as well. Chris Taylor came in. We've got who else? We've got John Gray to be our 6th man. And other big names. Dominic Leone. Final one, we already had Zach Wheeler. And I think that might... Oh, CJ Cron and Corey Seager. We already talked about that. So, for some reason, CJ Cron wasn't first on the... There it is. That's why. Okay, so we still got to work on the lineup a little bit. But I have a trade in mind for a second baseman. We're going to go to the Rockies. We're going to take their second baseman, Brendan Rodgers. And we're going to trade them Wilmer Defoe, Hyunjin Park, and the other player was Cannon Smith. So we'll just leave it there. So Brendan Rodgers is in our team now. He's going to play second base. Perfect little pickup for us. And you're probably thinking Brendan Rodgers kind of sucks. Kind of good. Had a really good season last year in 304 average, 350 on base percentage, 828 OPS. Like, that's big. So we're going to rock with this lineup. Greg Ellis comes in. Boom. There it is. So versus righties with no DH, we're actually looking at something like, who am I missing here? Corey Seager. We'll change things around a little bit, but you guys can see this is our team. Oh, I want a new catcher. Nothing against Jacob Stallings, but I want a new catcher. So I probably could get basically whoever I want. So let's see here. Who do I want? Who's going to be that catcher? It's going to help us out. What about Keibert Ruiz? No. There's got to be someone that just kills it. And I feel like that's something we're missing in MLB The Show. Just a really good catcher. I feel like stats always kind of hurt the catchers. Is Max Stassi the guy that I want? I don't think so. Mitch Garver? Jan Gomes? Eric Haas? I mean, this is kind of unfortunate. There just really isn't a good catcher. Zunino, maybe? I don't know, guys. Like, this is tough. Buster Posey? Am I going to get Buster Posey? It's just... Let's see if I can get Gary Sanchez. Make this super easy for us. We'll go... You can have Kranick, even though he was actually pretty good last year. So I'm going to hold on to him. We'll go Cody Bolton. And we get Gary Sanchez into the team. So there we go. That's the squad. Boom. Perfect. Actually, pretty good turnaround. And, hear me out, we're 13 mil in the bank still. So we're looking pretty strong. So here's the lineup. I'm going to change the order around a little bit. But this is kind of what we're working with. And then with our pitching rotation that was absolutely insane last year. I mean, look at these numbers once again. There's no way we don't win a World Series. We have to, right? It's got to be the winning formula. Who's the extra guy that we don't need? Probably Newman. So you can go to AAA. Sorry. That's just how it's going to be. And that's the team. That's the squad. Ooh, new reliever. Dwayne Underwood Jr. Former Cub, but we gotta get a new reliever. We need somebody who's going to be the guy. I got to find him. All right, Harlan Garcia from the Giants, from Marcano, Ciani, and Torres, who I think we just drafted, actually. But there we go. Then we'll send down Underwood Jr. And now our team is complete. Now this is a World Series winning squad. And let me show you. There it is. There it is. In all its glory, this is going to win us a World Series. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. I mean, this squad is looking just too good. Too good. We got to do it. Let's get to it. 101 and 61. I mean, that's a big jump from last season. Obviously, we did improve the team quite a bit. Let's take a look. ERA went down even more as a team. That definitely helps out when your bullpen's not trash. Average, I think, went up a little bit, maybe like 20 points, which is actually still a pretty big jump. And then compared to the other teams in the league, we might actually have the best ERA. The fact that our ERA is sub 3 is wild. That is insane. That's kind of gross. Sub 3 as a team? That's kind of crazy. Freddie Freeman wins his 3rd MVP in a row, by the way. Just casually. Garrett Cole, could have had him as an option. And the fact that we didn't have a Cy Young winner or a Cy Young contender. I'm a little confused by that one. Or, hear me out, a reliever of the year contender. That's saying something. That's saying something for sure. So let's go to stats. Let's go to team rankings. And let's kind of see where we're sitting. I'm pitching wise. Strikeouts, we were 6th for strikeouts. Okay. Walks, 2nd. We were 2nd. Home runs allowed, we were 2nd as well. Just two different. Earned runs, we were 1st by a lot. Look at that. A lot. Almost 100 for earned runs. Runs allowed, 71 was the difference. That's good to see. Hits allowed, almost 100. Okay. Blown saves, we were 2nd. And I actually took Dominic Leone out of it because he was kind of struggling at the beginning of the year. So I switched it to Harlan Garcia. And as you can see, we actually did really, really well. So there we go. Saves, we're probably pretty low, I would assume. We were at 17th with 49. Shutouts, we were 2nd, tied for 2nd. Complete games, 13. And ERA, 287. The next closest with 333. Whew, I like seeing that. Pitching is unbelievable with this team. So, Greg Ellis got sent down. Just not a lot of power. I don't hate the numbers, but this guy's going to be special. Plus 12 already. So you can see that. And Colin Moran also got sent down for having a very good year. Only makes sense, right? Definitely send them down. You gotta love it. This Lenny guy might be kind of nasty too. So let's get back our players, because for some reason the CPU is like, yeah, let's get rid of them. Yeah, that makes total sense. Like, why would you do that? So who did they call up? Evans. Yeah, they called up Evans. That's one of them. And the next one they called up was Jared Oliva. Okay, so going back to what our team looked like, we had Ellis and Moran. I think we flipped those two. And then, so we had Ellis, 268. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad. Colin Moran had a really good season. I actually had him as the leadoff guy versus righties with the DH. Brian Reynolds was a lot better than he was last year, right? We have Corey Seager, fantastic pickup for us. CJ Crone, not as good as last year, but the run production's there. I'll take it. Ooh, don't like that. Gary Sanchez was pretty similar, a little less in terms of home runs. Chris Taylor, similar. Not bad though, not bad. Key Bryan was good. You know what? Offensively, like, we weren't anything special, right? Like, no one was like too crazy. Like, we just got the job done. Our bench was okay. Nothing special again. So, like, what was the most home runs we had? 31 and 30. I mean, if you look at it, like, again, it's looking like pitching was what carried this team. Like, decent, really good for David Bednar, really good for Marcus Walden. There we go. Yeah, it just looks like pitching was the reason that we got to where we were. I mean, you look at Zach Wheeler, sub 3 with a 1 whip, sub 2. Oh, that's Cy Young. You gotta give him the Cy Young. That is what that is. Unbelievable. Good from Trevor Rogers, John Means, and oh man. Okay, so what I'm thinking is this. Like, Trevor Rogers was our worst pitcher. That's. How do we. I feel like that's still probably the best we could do, or maybe. Oh man, this is tough. Look, that's gross. We gotta win now. Alrighty, let's go Brewers. Let's take you down with ease. Oh yeah. Like, I honestly, like, I'm not even worried about flipping up my rotation at all. I kind of want to just let them rock this way. Is that the right move? It is the right move. Yeah, it is. Maybe it wasn't. Let's see. We lose. We win. We win. Come on, John Means. We're in the World Series. Yankees or the Rays? This is a good matchup. Alcantara is up. And then right back to the top. Ooh, Trevor Rogers is getting roughed up a little bit. So maybe... Ooh, like this whole area is kind of rough. So yeah, let's rock like that for the final. The World Series against the Rays. Did the Rays make any changes to their team? All right, so let's go take a look at the Rays real quick. Let's see how they're doing. So Jankowski's new. Brandon Crawford. Okay, that's right. That's right. Gavin Sheets has come in. Buster Posey. So a couple changes to this Rays squad. What about pitching? Let's see what they got going on here. McKay, Patino's there. Well, I mean, he was already there, but like he's starting. And interesting. Definitely some interesting things going on here, but it's worked. They're in the World Series, and for us, we lose the first, but we win the next one, and that one we lose. Not the best, but it all comes down to Alcantara. Boom. Game 7. Let's do it. All right, time to quick manage it. Final game. Game 7. It's a rainy one. Walker Buehler's on the mound. I don't think you can ask for anything better. You can't, right? You can't. You just can't. A triple. That's not ideal. Not ideal so far. All right. And we're facing Patino, young pitcher in a World Series. We got to take advantage of it. There's one run. All right. We at least got one in. Right? Started early, getting his head a little bit. See, can't let him get into a rhythm. Let's get the. Dang, are you serious? The sac fly leads to a double play. That's all right. We get the 2-run home run thanks to CJ Crone. We can't let him get into a rhythm. Walker Buehler, dude. Come on. You've been shaky all game. All right, we're going to take you out. We're going to go to... Let's go... Oh, maybe I should have went lefty here just because of all the lefties. I didn't realize they were that lefty heavy. That's a little oversight on my part. That's a little oversight on my part for sure. All right, okay. This is the shot. A strikeout. Corey Seager, double play. That's 2 sac flies that have led to a double play this time. We can't be having that. Brendan Rodgers ties it up. I mean, talk about a game, though. This is big. Ground out. All right. We got to score here. Peter Fairbanks, I have faith in my team. A walk. Yeah, we got to change here. Let's go Colin Moran. This is the guy. A single. Look at this. We bring in a 3-run bomb thanks to Brian Reynolds. Ooh, love that. All right, we're going to go pitching change. We'll go to our setup guy who has been Dominguez, normally a guy I avoid, and that's why. He's not really giving me faith here with the lefty. Let's just go a 4-out save. And they bring in a Rosarena. It doesn't matter. We get out of it. If we can get a little bit more, we don't. All right, it comes down to Harlan Garcia. Can he close it out? 1, 2, 3. There it is. The Pirates win a World Series. And I'm telling you, this rotation was unbelievable, especially these two. And I mean, they struggled in the World Series in the postseason, but for the most part, everybody did their job. Offense wasn't crazy, you know, like they just got the job done, and that's what we needed. Yeah, we have some high ratings, but it's pitching 100%. Award went to Brian Reynolds and Chris Taylor, but there's that. I honestly think it was all pitching there. It was all pitching, and there it is. My dream rotation in MLB The Show wins me a World Series. In the first season, we try to win it. And I mean, even last season, they kind of carried the team too. So I hope you enjoyed it. Of course, if you did, thumbs up down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and enjoyed the content. And of course, in the comment section, what's your dream rotation? Let me know. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.